Stephanie White shares surprising way Kelsey Mitchell can be key for Fever. Stephanie White, a figure synonymous with both the Indiana Fever's rich past and the broader evolution of women's basketball, recently shared candid and striking insights about Kelsey Mitchell's potential to become the pivotal force the Fever desperately need. With the team embarking on a new era, White's vision for Mitchell goes far beyond the traditional expectations often placed on a star player. Instead of focusing solely on scoring prowess or flashy statistics, White has outlined a far more nuanced and unexpected blueprint for how Mitchell could truly be the key to the Fever's long-awaited resurgence. Kelsey Mitchell has always been a player who commanded attention. From the moment she arrived in the WNBA, fresh off a historic career at Ohio State, she was recognized as a pure scorer, someone who could light up the scoreboard on any given night with breathtaking shooting and relentless energy. However, despite Mitchell's undeniable talents, the Fever have struggled to reclaim their place among the league's elite since their glory days under leaders like Tamika Catchings and White herself, who once served as the team's head coach. Year after year, the Fever found themselves rebuilding, retooling, and searching for the elusive combination that would allow them to compete at the highest level again. Against this backdrop, Stephanie White's latest assessment of Mitchell stands out because it shifts the conversation away from what fans already know, that Kelsey can score with the best of them, and moves it towards something deeper and more strategic. Speaking in a recent interview, White emphasized that if Mitchell wants to be the true key for the Fever's success, it won't just be about racking up points. It will be about leadership. It will be about adaptability. And most surprisingly, it will be about her becoming the stabilizing force that unites a young, dynamic but still fragile roster into a cohesive fighting unit. According to White, the Fever have no shortage of talent. With new stars entering the league and joining the team, the roster is full of exciting possibilities. But talent alone has never been enough to win championships. What the Fever need, and what White believes Mitchell can provide, is the kind of quiet, persistent leadership that doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet but makes all the difference when the game is on the line. It's about controlling the tempo when things get frantic. It's about making smart decisions under pressure. It's about lifting teammates up when morale dips after a tough quarter. And most importantly, it's about modeling consistency and work ethic day after day, in practices and games alike. For Mitchell, embracing this role represents a significant evolution. Throughout much of her career, she has understandably focused on being the offensive engine. After all, that's what she was drafted to do. Her explosive scoring ability, her fearless drives to the basket, and her uncanny knack for knocking down impossible shots have all made her a standout in a league filled with elite athletes. But now, as White sees it, the challenge is to transcend those individual accolades and become the glue that holds the Fever together through the highs and lows of a grueling WNBA season. White pointed out that in many ways, Mitchell is uniquely positioned to take on this responsibility. Having endured the ups and downs of several rebuilding seasons, Mitchell has gained the kind of hard-earned experience that younger players simply can't replicate. She knows what it feels like to carry a heavy scoring load night after night. She understands the frustration of close losses and the determination it takes to bounce back. She has developed a resilience that could become contagious if she embraces her role as the team's emotional and tactical anchor. One of the most intriguing aspects of White's vision for Mitchell is the idea of her evolving her game to become even more of a playmaker. Historically, Mitchell has been a scorer first and foremost. But White suggested that by enhancing her ability to create for others, by mastering the subtle art of drawing defenders and setting up teammates for easy looks, Mitchell could elevate not just her own game but the entire team's offensive execution. In a league where defensive schemes are increasingly designed to neutralize individual stars, the ability to keep defenses guessing by shifting between scoring and facilitating could be a devastating weapon for the Fever. Moreover, White stressed the importance of Mitchell's voice, both literally and figuratively. In practices, in huddles, and during timeouts, leadership often comes down to communication. It's not just about giving orders, it's about encouragement, about reinforcing the team's identity, about making sure that every player feels seen and valued. White believes that Mitchell, with her credibility as a veteran and her relentless drive, can set the tone for the Fever's culture moving forward. She doesn't have to become the loudest person in the room, but when she speaks, it must carry weight. When she acts, It must set the example. The timing for this transformation could not be more critical.